So this girl sabotages her business rival, but a weekend retreat changes everything between them. So this lady, Kemi Adewumi, they call her the Shark for good reason. Her office is in one of those glass towers on Victoria Island, and her entire life is power suits, expensive espresso that her assistant brings her, and then destroying anyone who stands between her and a contract. She's the kind of woman who walks into a boardroom and men start to sweat. Her reputation is everything to her, built over 10 long years of being the best. Then, one Tuesday morning, her assistant runs in, almost tripping over his own feet. The biggest deal in Nigeria has just dropped. The Dangote Group and Starlink Communications want to merge, and they need one lead consultant. We are talking billions of naira. Kemi's eyes light up. This is the deal that will crown, her career. She's already mentally spending the money. But then, her assistant whispers the name of the only other person shortlisted, Tunde Alabi. Tunde the Bull Alabi. Him? Kemi's face just changes. She knows his reputation too. He is just as ruthless, just as brilliant. This is no longer just about winning. It's about making sure that Tunde the Bull loses. The war starts that same week in the lobby of the conglomerate head office in Ikoyi. They spot each other eyeball to eyeball from across the marble floor. Tunde walks over, smiling a smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Ekusha Auntie Kemi, he says, all polite on the surface. I see your heels are as high as your proposed fees. Kemi doesn't even blink. She just gives him a once over. Tunde, my dear, still using that tired cologne. It didn't work for you at GTB. It won't work here. The air between them is so cold, you could hang meat on it. Their presentations are on the same day. Before Tunde goes in, Kemi is adjusting a painting on the wall near where he is sitting. Her elbow slips and a glass of palm wine goes all over his handwritten notes. He's furious, but he can't prove it now. The next day, Kemi's luxury driver suddenly has a family emergency. She is late for a crucial one-on-one with the board chairman. She finds out later, Tunde's cousin works for the car service. The two of them are just playing dirty, I tell you. The blogs from Linda Ikeji to Naira Land are having a field day. They're calling it the battle for Lagos. The chairman, a serious old man who has seen it all, is not amused by all this drama. He calls them into his office. He tells them their public fighting is embarrassing and shows that they don't understand the meaning of a merger, which is about partnership. To prove they can collaborate, he's sending them, just the two of them, on a mandatory weekend retreat to the Obudu Mountain Resort. They must come back with a joint preliminary strategy. No assistant, no excuses. Kemi and Tunde are horrified. A whole weekend together. It's a punishment. It's not retreat. Retreat, bawo. They fly to Calabar and then drive to Obudu. That drive is silent, except for the typing on their laptops. The resort is beautiful, yes, with cool, clean air and stunning views. But the atmosphere between them is still frozen. They book separate cabins. They try to work in the main lounge, but every discussion turns into argument about methodology and market analysis. Then on the first night, the weather changes. A proper storm rolls over the mountain. The sky cracks open. The rain comes down like God is emptying bucket. They are watching the raising of heaven. And then the lights go out. The generator kicks in, but it's only powering the basics. No Wi-Fi, no network. They are completely cut off from Lagos, from their assistants, from everything. They are forced to huddle in the lodge with just a flickering lantern and a bottle of expensive whiskey where Tunde pack. At first, they sit in angry silence, but the whiskey starts to unleash its indemon, and the forced closeness now does something. The arguing continues, but the topic now changes. They are no longer talking market share. Tunde starts talking about the pressure of being the first one, the one who has to send money to his siblings, to the village, pay school fees, be the successful one. He had to be the bull to carry all that weight. Kemi, her guard now down, admits something too. She talks about being a woman in that world. How she had to become a shark because everyone was waiting for her to be soft, to fail, to get married, carry belly, then quit. She had to be twice as tough to be considered half as good. For the first time, both of them are not seeing a rival. They are seeing a reflection. They see the person behind the persona, the drive, the sacrifice, and the vulnerability. The chemistry in the room is now electric, and it has nothing to do with the stall. It could even power the light, if you ask me. The tension has been building all night, and then it finally starts. They are standing close, arguing about something stupid, and then they just stop. They are looking at each other in the flickering lights. One moment, they are breathing heavily from the argument. The next moment, they are kissing. It is not just a gentle kiss, it's desperate, passionate, filled with all the frustration and attraction of the past few weeks. They stumble into the veranda, into that cool rain that is pouring down heavily. And they just don't care, bro. The corporate armor is gone, washed away. They spend the rest of the weekend talking, planning, seeing each other completely in a new light. They actually start working together, and their combined ideas are pure magic. They create a strategy that is genius. Back in Lagos, they are now different people. The day of the final presentation arrives. They walk into the boardroom together, not as rivals, but as a united front. They present their joint vision, and it is brilliant, seamless. Chairman is turned. He looks from Kemi to Tunde, a slow smile spreading on his face. He offers them the deal, but on one condition: they must lead it together as co-consultants. They look at each other. They don't even need to speak. They both nod. They accept. Afterwards, standing on the busy Lagos streets, with the sun shining and the downforce honking, Tunde turns to Kemi. So, co-consultant Adewumi, he says, a real warm smile on his face. Should we go and celebrate? I know a good place for pepper soup and pointer cake. Kemi laughs. You know that kind of laugh, now proper deep laugh from her belly. I don't think she has even laughed that kind of laugh in years. She loops her arm through his. Lead the way, co-consultant Alabi, she says. But I'm choosing the fish. You see? Sometimes the person you are fighting against, the hardest, is not your enemy. It might just be your missing piece, baby. Life has a way of forcing you to collaborate, even when you are determined to compete. So never be so focused on winning the battle that you miss the chance to win a real partner. The biggest victories in life and business are rarely won alone, babe.